All right. About this whole content and not being able to make it while being in Big Law, it's just false. It's just false. I'll tell you three examples of how making content in Big Law has actually made my life better as a lawyer and how it's actually worked out for me. First is going to be in terms of interviewing, second is in terms of getting clients, and third is in terms of getting in touch with lawyers at my firm. First, in terms of interviews, like in my little interest section, I have traveling, trying new foods, and trademark TikToks because we love alliteration. And they'll be like, "What's a trademark TikTok?" And I always make my joke. I'm like, "Oh, Bob, of all my years of twerking on the internet," okay, I don't say that. I say making travel videos and dancing. I would always get 30 views, and then I made a TikTok about trademark law, and I got 5 million views. And they're always like, "What? Oh my God, that's so impressive, blah, blah, blah." It's also really helped me be able to explain things. I've had people say, "Wow, like you explaining this trademark issues is really, really clear. You should be a teacher." I don't think I should because I actually taught a class at Harvard, and I shouldn't do that, but I can explain trademark and intellectual property law really well because of these hair TikToks and the interviews. I love it. Now, in terms of the second thing, in terms of getting business, the reality is that people, when you're a lawyer, will text you all the time asking you, "Hey, do you know a lawyer for X? Do you know a lawyer for Y?" And I got to work with a fashion brand that I've been following for a while because the person who started it went to school with someone I went to law school with, and that person recommended me because she sees from TikTok that I'm always doing this and I'm always talking about it. Now, I don't think you're necessarily going to get a lot of just random people off the street who see your video and want to hire you, but you remind people in your network that this is what you do, and I think that's great. And then the third thing in terms of connecting people in my firm, now it's funny because she's like, "Oh, well, especially talking about the law, you should not talk about the law on TikTok." That's what all her comments say. No, 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 no. It's actually not only do I make content, it's not just, "Oh, I happen to be in the office." No, I'd be talking about legal cases. Now, what I do in order to be safe is I will do conflict checks. And there have been times when I create a video, like today, I literally created a video I wanted to post, did a conflict check, and then turns out it's a firm client. But the good thing about it is that I do videos that are in what I call hot girl wow, fashion, TV, music, sports. And so each time when I wanted to create a video because an issue was interesting to me, either I do a conflict check, it comes out clear and I can create the video, or it doesn't, and then I reach out to that attorney who has that as their client. I'm like, "Hey, did you know this was happening with your client?" Most times they do know, but that's a way for me to then be like, "By the way, like I'm really interested in working on this. I'd love to connect with you." And I now have a regular lunch with someone who has a big fashion client I like because I saw something on TikTok, was about to make a video about it, found out that it was her client. It was like, "Hey, I'm kind of interested in this." So definitely don't believe the hype about not making content. And I actually think it can advance your career in many ways.